while you babysitting, only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch. First you get a swimming pool full of liquor.
What's up guys, Peter here back with a huge video. This is how to join RG. A lot of things have changed and there's a lot of different ways to join, so you're gonna want to watch the whole video. And there's also RG tryouts tomorrow and basically just this weekend, so there's gonna be information on that as well as a lot of other things. So make sure you guys drop a huge like on this video, and if you are new to this channel, make sure you guys subscribe. If you want to join RG, you gotta be a supporter, so make sure you guys do that. It would mean a lot, but let's get right into it. So basically, RG, if you don't know what RG is, it's basically a 2K clan full of really good 2K players and content creators, and we just like to grow together. So either that's playing together, repping up, helping each other's YouTube or Twitch grow, all of that, right? So obviously we're 2K based, and like a lot of people want to join because joining RG will give you a lot of exposure. It'll get your name out there. Or a lot of people want to join because they just want to be in a show clan. They want to play with good players. They want to have people to play with, stuff like that, right? So there's 2 kinds of people in RG, which means there's 2 different ways to join. There's players and there's content creators. So first we're going to talk about players. How players join RG is by trying out. Now, we've really upped our recruiting because a lot of people were kicked RG. About 8 people, I think, were kicked. Probably just because they weren't contributing to the clan and they just weren't being very involved. But other than that, basically we're really increasing our recruiting. So how we used to do it is that people would send Mamba screenshots, and if he had a good record, good attributes, he'd privately try you out, and then that's how you join RG. But there's so many people that want to join, and Mamba just can't do it himself. We did promote Saucy to captain. He's going to really help with the recruiting, but I'm also going to be hosting tryouts this week. So how do you join from trying out? Now, I'm going to do tryouts a little bit differently because there's not going to be only private tryouts because I know there's so many people that want to join. So how this is going to work is that I'm going to add a bunch of people. Now, if you're not watching this the day I'm posting it, then this still applies, but just don't worry about what I'm talking about when I'm doing tonight. So basically tonight I'm going to be adding everybody on the Twitch leaderboard. If you want to know if you're on the Twitch leaderboard, exclamation leaderboard in my chat. The leaderboard consists of 100 people that are in my stream a lot, that are active, that basically support me, right? So I'm gonna add all those people. The reason why we're gonna do that is because this year you can't join the park unless I add you, or unless somebody already in the park has you added. So basically that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add you, and then from there it'll make everybody that supports me, everybody that's in my stream storm, basically everybody in the leaderboard have it easier to join my park to try out, right? Because you have to play against us and stuff like that, right? So I'm gonna add a bunch of people. If you're watching this later, you can still get added if you're on a leaderboard. Just ask me and tell me where you're on a leaderboard, like while I'm streaming, something like that. But yeah, that's how it's gonna work. So it's gonna be easier to try out if you are on the leaderboard, and that means you're watching the streams more. So if you want to know when I'm streaming so you can be on the leaderboard, I suggest you turn on those notifications because I do upload a video letting you guys know when I stream. So yeah, if you are on the leaderboard and you still want to try out, all you have to do is have anybody in the park add you, and you can just join that way. So yeah, it's just easier to join if you're on the leaderboard. But yeah, so once you join, it's gonna be basically like how it was last year. You have people in the park that want to join, and we just play against us. And I'm gonna be hosting with Raze this weekend, and we're gonna pick up a center. But you play against us if you really impress us. Now this is what's different from Mamba. Mamba would privately try you out, and he would like have screenshots first. So if you play against us and you really impress us, then we'll ask for screenshots, and then you can join the clan that way, and that's what will like get you into the clan. So I don't want to look at like everybody's records and stuff like that before. So if you are a good player and say you don't have the best record, which be like, oh, go work on your record. Or if you don't have a lot of badges, like keep working on your badges and stuff like that, right? So you already know that you're like you already know that we think you're good at the game. So you know that like, oh, that's what you want to do from that point. It might motivate you, I don't know, because I know a lot of people might not have a good record. Oh, they're like, oh, nobody in RG knows I'm good, so why should I keep working on my record? So I guess that's a good way for people to like know if we've noticed them or not, right? So yeah, that's how I'm gonna do tryouts, because it's easier that way. I don't think I want to look at so many people just sending in screenshots. I don't want to make everybody send too many screenshots. And also it is a little bit harder because you can't just join no matter what. But also there are some advantages to it, because I know last year the parks would fill up so quickly that there'd be people waiting that couldn't even get into the park, and they just have to wait until we switch to a new park, and we'd have to constantly switch to new parks. But since the parks aren't going to fill up as quickly this year, then it's just a very good way for people to join, and they might not even fill up, but since it's harder to join, then they won't fill up as quickly, and then people won't be stuck waiting that aren't in the park. So yeah, that is how tryouts are gonna go. What are we looking for? We're basically looking for people that know what they're doing, people with good IQ. We don't really have any sharpshooters in RG right now, so we're gonna be specifically looking for sharpshooters, but anybody can join. So that's what you want to do if you want to join as a player. Most people in RG are players, but if you want to join as a content creator, it's a much different story. Just all you gotta, I mean, I guess all you have to do is just contact me on Twitter. My Twitter is always in the top left hand corner, and just add me your channel if you really think you do have potential, which means you have active subs, you're growing quickly, you know what you're doing, you upload consistently, stuff like that, right? Those are just good signs of potential and like basically dedication. So all the stuff like that we'll be looking for. But if you really think you have potential, because we're not looking, you might have like 50,000 subscribers and you're only averaging like 2,000 views on a video, right? Like that's not potential because your subs aren't active. So you guys know what I mean by that. But yeah, we're just looking for potential and content creators. And if you think you're a content creator and you have what it takes, just at me your channel, just show me that you have what it takes. So basically, yeah. So if you have any questions, obviously you can ask me while I'm streaming if you want to answer live, or you can at me on Twitter. And I don't really read Xbox messages. I don't even have notifications on, so that really doesn't work. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck at tryouts if you're trying out tomorrow, if you're just trying out anytime. Make sure you guys drop a huge like if you want to join RG. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.